Louisiana is now the first state to require the Ten Commandments be displayed in public school classrooms. The law requires poster-sized displays that will be funded through donations rather than public money and must be in place by the beginning of 2025. Now, the lawsuits are already being planned. Some groups saying the Supreme Court decision in 1980 in Stone versus Graham bans public schools from displaying the Ten Commandments in classrooms.
Now, Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes joins us now, and of course, I immediately think separation of church and state here.
You would think so, but at this time, anything is possible with our Supreme Court. And so I think this is the pasta approach. Stick it to the wall and see what it stays, you know. And so this Supreme Court has done a couple of things that are, I believe, have been inconsistent with precedent. But I think this one would be an extremely far-fetched to see if the Supreme Court would say that it will be mandatory. That's what you're saying, not optional, but mandatory that these things are placed in the classroom. And for a couple of reasons, as you mentioned, the separation of church and state, but also First Amendment arguments. You're talking about you have a constitutional right to speech. And so what would stop someone else from placing other religious things up there? I think it opens the door. This is like the nativity scenes that used to be in public places years ago, and you don't see them anymore. Why? Because a number of people challenge. You had organizations like the ACLU and private or other companies challenging these nativity scenes being placed using public dollars because my speech may not want to advocate that type of speech. That's the exact same thing. And so they have a caveat in this law saying no public dollars will be used. That's how you can make sure that it's not dollars being used to advocate your speech. And they go and support it for the most recent case out of the coach from Texas that sued for praying after the football game. He lost his job, lost every case all the way up to the Supreme Court, gets to the Supreme Court, and they were like, you know what? He was justified. His speech was protected, even if it was religious, because it was private speech. I think they have misstepped here because they're not saying this is private speech. You're saying you're mandating a public school now enforce their point of view, their First Amendment right on the entire classroom. I think that's going to be problematic, and I think the challenges will be not just mounting, but will be overwhelming.
One of the loopholes that we've seen that they may try to push is saying, well, this isn't a religious thing, the Ten Commandments. This is a historical artifact. Does that have any weight?
I can understand and appreciate the argument that a lot of our rules, a lot of the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, most of our early common law, a lot of our statutes are based in those 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. I mean, they are there, rooted there. It's indisputable that our founding fathers were looking at these documents when they were creating them and trying to create a framework that was supported by something. But you also have to put into context that most of the Puritans that came here from this country were doing what? Fleeing religious persecution in England. The Roman Catholic Church was created, the Church of England separated, and then the Puritans said, you know what, I don't like what's happening here, so I'm going to leave and go to America where I'm to do what? Be free from religious persecution. So now it's ironic that these same institutions that were created using religious documents are now stopped from using them because of our Constitution, and rightfully so. The precedent is there to say that if we are a country of freedoms, one of them being religion and of speech, then you can't force your opinion or your thoughts on someone else. So even if this has passed, which it has, I don't think that it's any chance that it will stand judicial scrutiny.